I'm a 4.0 student, but that's nothing to brag about. This year, I want to read 50 books, and I'm already a quarter of the way done, despite balancing both schoolwork and this work you're watching here. How do I do it? The truth is, it's a lot about beliefs. You come to this video expecting some way to read more, similar to me, also a 4.0 student, maybe. But the truth is, those facts don't matter. The reason why you don't read enough is because of your own mind. So I'm telling you to shush and listen so I can explain everything in my power to teach you how to read so much more, both as a 4.0 student as well as to get ahead of the game. You want to read just to be a learner similar to me, to be more creative and to be more interested in just stories and ideas. But the truth is, you don't surround yourself with books enough. You don't read as much because you keep on believing you don't have the time, when that is far from the truth. So step number 1, to read more books, you need to surround yourself. As I said, surround yourself with words and knowledge. For instance, all these books you see here, as I keep on reciting, are books I've read once in my life. To some degree, I finished these books completely. And surrounded by these books each and every day makes me more passionate to read so much more. As a kid, I've always wanted to read. My first ever book was a Flat Stanley book I got back in preschool. It was one of the most impressive books I read, despite not knowing many of the words. And it's a similar case for you right now. You may have a collection of books that are stored in a closet or somewhere that's tucked away. The reason why I don't put my books on the shelf is because it's so vast and spaced out that I haven't had the time to think about these books as much. I put all these books on my desk and you can see them recorded here just so I can continue changing my beliefs about books. I thought books are a way to just read and be intelligent, but the truth is, it's a way to be more creative, to be more direct and inventive with your craft, and I'm here to teach you that one way or another. So how do you surround yourself with books and words? Well, simply put, just get books surrounded in a place that you can have your environment in. The way you can continue reading and the way you can get ahead so that you have the time is to just be laser focused on books itself. Books are a way we can detox from the internet and from our screens. They are the most simple form of entertainment, and in a way we can learn so much more from it. I'm here to share my words and my thoughts so I could promote my own book, yes, but I'm also here to tell you what to do and how to exactly get that book done. So remember, set up your books in the way you can. You can take what I've done here, which made me successful in reading as many books as I do, just placing it all on my desk. But you can also do step number 2, change your environment. The way we look at books as a whole is a lot like school. The reason why books aren't fun is because in that environment, we're supposed to make books the way it is. But either you're still in school or you're out of school, so shut that idea up. You're here now trying to read and to be more inventive with the way you're reading. Why don't you change your environments? The way you can change your environment is so easy that you're honestly lazy and you're not doing it as much as you realistically should. Just go to a library or just set up a desk sort of like this. You don't need to be comfortable in where you sit, but having a specific place each and every day for your environment to be shifted in a way that can be able and traced is a good way to read so much more. The reason why you don't have the time is because you put yourself in an environment where you don't get the time to read. You don't have a space to read. And if you're someone older than me, 16 and up, you can drive and go away to do stuff. Sometimes determining what works with your environment is the best way to find books. The way you can read anywhere at any place is a perfect start. And one of the best places, as I said, is the desk, because if you did step 1, you would already change your setup so you could have words be surrounded with you. Having posters on the walls or some sort of piece that can allow you to return back to reading and learning is the way it should be. Not in a way like school. If you don't think school is the best way to learn, then don't read in school. It's a lot about determining where you should be set, and the best way to do it, like I said, is the library. Libraries are one of the best places that can be done so you could get words and books ahead, but you could also just go to some place like a coffee shop or somewhere much calm. You don't need to be in like a club or something to read a book. Don't be stupid. Be smart with what you're doing. You're intelligent if you're watching this. And I know you're better than that. So remember to shut that mind up and to listen to my words about what you can do about reading. Once you understand how books are, remember, it's not just having the book in hand, but it's also about having your area changed and surrounded. Whether you're physically surrounded by words or the environment itself is allowing you to read more. So the third step following with that is to focus with intention. Books are a way we can detox from our screens. And it's a way to make sure that we can get everything done. I remember back in 5th grade, so many years ago, I didn't have a phone back then, so all I did in my free time was read. It wasn't the same way as I do now, much more professional with books in my hand, but I remember just going out and making sure I read each and every day, to some degree, a word, a page, just some sort of chapter. I always made sure to focus my attention on it. Yes, most of it was Diary of a Wimpy Kid, but it also allowed me to just get ahead in what I'm reading so I could then make something bigger than myself. If you want to have the best business or the best workout, you need to read so much more about those facts and details from someone much more experienced. To be laser focused on what you're reading is the way you should be done with it. I made a whole set of videos and ideas to check out, but for now, the importance of focusing your attention. It's easy to focus your attention on a book. The way you focus your attention on a book is simple. From start to finish, you should focus on a page, a word, a page, or a chapter. You should focus on those details so that you could then improve a lot more. It's like progressive overloading for those who go to the gym, in which you just build muscle over and over each week. You may start small, but it's painful. That's the same way you should look at books. To read more, as a 4.0 student, I make sure to read more each and every day. How I balance it on top of schoolwork is by getting the schoolwork done way faster earlier in the day so that I could set my intentions on reading the rest of the time. I don't have to worry about schoolwork. And yes, you can complain all you want and say, why do I have to do schoolwork? Or if you're someone watching me and be like, why is he talking about books instead of schoolwork? But the simple answer is, I don't care. The answer is, schoolwork is something that should be separated from reading. Schoolwork is the simple thing everyone does. And if you don't believe that you can't read because of the schoolwork, you're honestly stupid. It's the way your beliefs are. We need to change that. And that's what I'm doing with this message in mind. We're trying to make sure that you can change your beliefs. And to start doing that, you need to focus your attention on these books, whether it's surrounding yourself with words or changing your environment. Now, the last final step I would advise with this is to simply erase the bad habits. The truth to why you're not reading as much is because of those bad habits itself. It's a similar case to schoolwork, as I said, with how a lot of schoolwork can be done, but the reason why you're not getting it done is because of those bad habits. You're reading in order to erase or clean your mind from the day ahead. It's a fun activity to do, but when you think about it a lot like the gym, it becomes instantly more fun and more gratifying by getting rid of your devices. I've always made sure to read so much more in my free time just because I notice how much time I'm wasting. You're wasting so much time playing video games. You're wasting so much time scrolling through social media. And even then, for someone my age, I think about the bills. I'm not even at that adult age, but because I keep spending so many times here, so much electricity is used, so much lights, so much time is wasted. And the reason why you're not reading as much is not because you don't have the time, but it's because your time is wasted. Every single person I advise in my life to read, they've always said that they don't have the time. And they're just straight up idiots. They don't know what they're doing, and the truth is they keep wasting their time. Now granted, yes, work is more important. Sometimes you have the priority you need to get done, which is why books are a good way to be set aside. They're the balance between learning and working. They help aid whatever process you're trying to make. So trying to make sure that you get everything done is what you want to perceive with books. Books are a way we can communicate and to be stronger and smarter with our heads. We don't want to read books just to show off. If you're doing that, get out of here. The truth is, books are a way we can do so much more. And if you erase all the bad habits, all the bad habits you personally do, whether you watch adult videos, smoke, drink, whatever kind of thing you do that's preventing you from reading a book, you're honestly weaker in my eyes because you don't read as much as you should. It's a harsh truth, I gotta be perfectly honest, but understanding why I'm ahead and reading so much more is what puts me above the map of most people. And even as a school student myself, this applies to school and how you want to be a 4.0 student. Like I said at the start of this video, it's irrelevant because to me, I don't find schoolwork as passionate. I don't enjoy it as much as reading books. And that's why I'm advising you here today so that you could learn so much more from reading. Erasing all the bad habits are one way or another. It's easier said than done, yes. But once again, changing your beliefs is the best way to do it. The best way to erase all your bad habits is just by changing your environment. As I said at the start of this video, your environment is determined by how much you do the bad things. You play video games because you're stuck inside all day. You watch YouTube and scroll through social media because you're comfortable in your seat. We want books to fulfill the same purpose, but we want it to be done in a healthier and suitable fashion. The way we should have books be perceived is to be clean and set for every single situation. That's why I suggest setting up books in a place and an environment that could be used much more effectively. Once you erase all those bad habits, you will be able to focus your attentions on books. Yes, it will be a process to get over. But once again, books are a way to detox from the internet and from your screen. We're supposed to use it to feel more present in the moment, not to show off and not to be seen as a nerd. We're here to learn. And by learning from my own mistakes so that you could use it so much more, understand that I'm ahead in reading books. So follow my advice word by word and take in every single detail in mind. Reading books will put you ahead of the game, and you'll be so much more proud and successful because of what I'm saying. Once again, it doesn't matter what books you read. I made plenty of videos about how to read much more. So if you're interested in that, check out those videos once this one's over. But for now, understanding books and how they are is an amazing way to learn and also be more adaptable in this world. Once you know what books you want to read, to focus your attention on it, it doesn't matter what book you have. Get it out of the closet or get it out of the shelves because it's your time to read. And if you don't have any books in mind, check the top link of the description to read my first book. Easiest way to have some sort of knowledge with the world while getting used to books. You're either someone new or someone experienced. So this is my advice to just continue reading more so that we could spread this word and be less attached to social media. It's one of the biggest pet peeves I have with my generation, and I absolutely hate how distracted everyone is. The best way to be present is to read books. And to start, all you gotta do is open up a page, set words, set chapters, set any kind of goal you're trying to set with a book. Keep it small and short, change your environment, and once you have it all figured out, you'll be so much more ahead than everyone else. And you'll thank me so much more in the future for it. Until then, my other socials are down in the description. I hope you can use this message to continue reading. And until next time, take care.